In this video, I want to address why I'm deciding to be a homemaker instead of doing the traditional 9 to 5 job. And some of you may agree, and some of you might even feel like you get it. Other people just don't understand. And this video is for you to help inspire you to keep on doing what you do best. I am going to break this video up into 2 different parts. I'll post the second one next week, and the reason behind this is because I have a lot to say. But to just jump right in, I want to give a little background as to why I decided to go into this direction, and it's simply because I lost my job. And at the time, I realized I was putting way too much weight in the security of having a career. And truthfully, I always wanted to be a stay-at-home mom, so when I lost my job, it was kind of like, you know what? Like, I'm going to be a homemaker. I'm going to work on myself in this time in between having children. And I'm also going to pursue and help others do the same via this channel. And it made me think, like, the reason why a lot of people, particularly women, decide to have a career boils down to one thing, and that's money. And there's such an ugly side to money, and I find that's what holds most women back from being either a stay-at-home mom or a homemaker. It's the fact that we all have bills to pay that need to get paid, and we can't do it on one income. And thankfully for my situation, when both my husband and I were working, we prioritized our debt, we prioritized our savings. And now as a result, we have no car payments, we have no student loans. Like, we have taken care of every possible loan that we could have. You know, we're renting, of course. So it's not like we have a mortgage, but we did everything that we could to set ourselves up so that we could go down on one income. And because we prioritized our debt and we prioritized our savings, we never really lived a life of luxury before we went down on one income. Sure, we would occasionally splurge on buying something that was a little bit more expensive, or we'd go out to eat, but we never really lived a life of luxury. And so now that we're on one income, there really isn't that much of a difference in having to change our lifestyle, because we were already living with just, like we were living comfortably, but not in excess. So where am I going with all of this? Well, time equals money. A homemaker has time. A woman with a career has money. And I would challenge you and say, what's the point of making money when you're just going to use it to buy yourself more time? Now, obviously, this concept is not a one size fits all. It really depends on your specific situation. Like, what finances you have, or bills, I should say, or how much you make, just, thinking of everything. But like, for example, my husband and I are building a house this year. And so we had a talk, we were weighing our options, and we talked about me going back to work, but then we were both like, well, what's the point? Like, I have this time, I can work on the house, I can do things like flooring and painting and the trim. I can do a lot of different projects that will help us save money. And the reality is, I could probably save us more money by doing those projects than I would making an income at work, when you factor in like taxes being taken out and driving to the place, so on and so forth. So to me, it's like, well, at this point, like, I might as well just keep on track, keep doing what I'm doing. And then when those projects come up, I can do those projects. And I would say it's the same thing with stay-at-home moms. I feel like a lot of stay-at-home moms, they decide to quit their job because there's no point. They might make a little bit more, but once you factor in the cost of daycare, it really doesn't make that much of a dent. So they might as well stay home and enjoy watching their kids grow up versus paying someone else to do so. Time alone is a huge factor as to why my husband and I decided to have me be a homemaker. And that's not to say that I won't ever make money, or I'll never make money, like whether it's just me or just homemakers in general. In fact, I know a lot of homemakers and stay-at-home moms that have something on the side. Like, take for example, I enjoy making these YouTube videos, and I do have the opportunity to make money doing so. Or I know women who sell soap, or they do different things on the side to help their family. Like many stay-at-home moms and homemakers have different outlets that help provide an income for them. The difference is I get to decide how I want to make that money. And sure, it might not be the big bucks, but as long as the bills are getting paid and we're making a little on the side to have fun, like what more could a girl want? And that is all I have for this part. Next week, I'm going to talk about the dark secrets, I guess you could say, about the school system and how they use the worker mentality because of the school system, how it's set up, and they use that to get their own identity and get value and so on and so forth. So that's next week, and I tie in more about why I am deciding to be a homemaker. But until next time, I will see you then. Bye.